What is up, you guys? Welcome to today's video. I hope you're doing well. So today's video is going to be my 2-year update on getting braces as an adult in my 30s. Now this is going to be a follow-up video on the previous video that I made after getting braces in for 3 months. I'll link that up here. So in this video, I'm going to share with you my experience, my thoughts, and share with you the pros, the cons, and also be answering some of your questions that you asked in that previous video. So without further ado, let's jump right in. So first off, my orthodontist told me that my treatment plan would last about 18 months, and it has been extended due to the pandemic. A lot of my appointments were cancelled due to government restrictions and regulations, so it has lasted an extra 6 months. I've loved every second of having braces in. It's worth all the pain and the discomfort. It's been such a fun experience and I've loved it so much to the point where I'm thinking to myself, what I'm gonna look like when my braces come off, how am I gonna feel? So I'm sort of dreading the day when my braces do come off. I mean, taking them off and, you know, having that whole experience of having straight white teeth will be amazing. However, because I'm so used to having them in now for 2 years, I can't imagine myself without having them on. So the first pro, probably why I want to keep them on, is because I've been told that I look young. So you will be told that you will look young, especially if you get braces in your 30s. I've been told that I look younger than 18, that I look like I'm 24, etc. when I'm in my 30s. I take that as a compliment. I've also been told that I look 20 quite recently, which was a big compliment, but I think it's due to my braces as well. So that's another pro of getting braces in your 30s. The next pro of getting braces is it can push your lips out, making your lips look more pouty. You've got this wire metal behind your lips, so it is pushing your lips out, especially on my upper lip. I'm not sure how my lips will look after I get my braces out. I'm sure they will look a bit more flat and deflated. The next pro of getting braces is you can lose weight within the first 6 months, and the reason for that is because your brackets are so sharp that it will be cutting the inside of your mouth, so you will get a lot of ulcers, such as when I filmed my first braces video. I was 3 months in of getting braces in. After that video, my mouth was so cut up, it took about a week to heal. And when you talk a little bit too much, especially the first 6 months, like your inside of your mouth is not used to the sharp brackets, it can be very painful. So if you watch that video that I made, I was struggling to talk fast because the inside of my mouth wasn't used to the sharp brackets, so the inside was getting caught, and so my speech was a lot more slower than what it is now. The inside of my mouth has toughened up, so now I'm able to talk normally, but before I was just like struggling to talk because it was painful. So the first 6 months you can lose weight because it'll be so painful when you eat, when you drink, when you move your mouth, when you talk, when you brush your teeth. It's going to be very uncomfortable. I was quite conscious of losing too much weight too fast within the first 6 months, so I tried to eat as much as possible just so that I can maintain my weight. It's funny because I've always wanted to lose weight and I always struggled to lose a little bit of weight, like 1 or 2 kilos, but when I had the opportunity to, in my back of my mind, I'm like, losing too much weight too fast is not good for you. Okay, so the cons of getting braces in is the first 6 to 8 months will be very painful when you eat, when you talk, when you drink, when you sleep, because if you're someone like me who tends to sleep on their face, the brackets, because they're quite sharp, it's going to dig into your cheek. So when you wake up, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, you're going to have to stretch your mouth out a little bit just because you'll have that indentation on the inside of your cheek. The next con is getting food stuck in your braces. I've eaten like so many salads, and you know that salads get stuck in your teeth. You can be a little bit self-conscious, like the person that you're having dinner with can probably see that you're trying to clean your teeth with your tongue, with your mouth closed, like, but it's not that bad unless you're smiling ear to ear after dinner. Usually after dinner, I would excuse myself, go to the restroom, wash my hands, and check my teeth, see if there's anything in there. Majority of the time there isn't much in there. Maybe if there's like a little bit of spring onion or herbs or a bit of salad, then it's okay, you can just easily get it off. Swish with a bit of water or whatever drink you're drinking. The next con of getting braces in is that the brackets can pop off. The brackets being the little metal thing that they glue onto your teeth. Majority of my brackets that popped off are the ones at the very back. You know where your wisdom teeth are, like the very last tooth on top or bottom? The back tooth is so close to the back of the jaw because there's not much space. Those ones pop off quite often, and sometimes you can swallow them, which can scare you because you're thinking, oh, it's really sharp, you know, is it going to pass through my body? What's going on? I've been without a bracket on this back lower tooth for 6 months at least. Because my treatment has gone on for some time now, my orthodontist says that my back brackets are really of no use at the moment, so that's why he hasn't put my bracket back on. And I was concerned, I'm like, are they doing a right job? Like, should they just put the bracket back on? But if you really request the bracket it to be put on because you want symmetry, then ask them to put it back on. Definitely give them a call and let them know which tooth and when it popped off so that they will make a note for your next appointment. So I've got 2 more cons left on the list. One is that maybe if you're going to an event and you are required to smile in a lot of photos, let's say you're doing a photo shoot, like a family photo shoot, or you're going to a wedding, or you are the bride or the groom, how are you going to look with braces on, without braces on? So it's a cosmetic thing. So it really depends if you have any major events coming up, you know, wedding, an engagement or something where you are required to look your best. So probably put off braces during that point, or perhaps maybe Invisalign is better for you. Now the last con of getting braces in is extractions. That's right. This is the thing that puts us off getting braces in the first place, because I knew that I had to get one tooth extracted, and I knew it would be one of the front bottom teeth, and that's why I prolonged getting braces for such a long time. The fear of getting an extraction is one, because what happened with me was I got my front tooth extracted. They're very smack bang right in the middle, right in front. So when I smile, when I talk, you can see there was a big gap. So that's why I didn't get braces in for such a long time. I got my healthy tooth extracted. It was a good healthy tooth, got it removed, and then for the next 3.5 months, the tooth either side of the extracted tooth was so wobbly to the point where I could feel that it was about to fall out. So if I didn't have the wire stuck to either one of them, both teeth would have fallen out if I'd eaten something. So for 3.5 months, every single time that I talked, drank water, breathed, moved my mouth, brushed my teeth, like literally anything, I could feel my teeth wobble, and it was a scary thought. So every single time that I had dinner, I'd have to cut up my steaks or my food into very small pieces, and with the fork I'd place it right in the very back where my wisdom teeth are, like at the back of my mouth. You'd have to bite down and release the fork. If I bit too fast, like if I was too hungry and bit too fast, I'd bite the fork, and then I'd have like sharp pains on those 2 front teeth, like oh my gosh. So I'd have to be very careful with how I ate, how I drank. Like when I talked, like you could just feel it just wobbling in there for 3.5 months until my gum hardened up. I was just constantly worried, and that's a con of getting an extraction. Until your teeth pull together and until the gap starts closing and your gum hardens, you'll feel a lot more better about yourself. As soon as I got the extraction done and then I got the wire put in, I saw my teeth straighten out within the first week. It took a week before the teeth that were crooked to straighten up because the gum was so soft and there was no tooth where the extraction was. And then slowly my gut started closing. So now I'm going to answer the questions that you asked me in my previous video. The first question is, how did I choose the place to get braces in? Because there's a whole bunch of places that offer braces. So how to choose a place, how to choose the orthodontist. So I came across this place via looking at my Cartier Essays Instagram. I was scrolling through his photos one day and I noticed he had a photo with a big smile on his face. His smile looked gorgeous, white, bright, straight teeth, and he had tagged Smile Solutions in his photo. So I clicked on that and I was like, oh, that's located in the city. And then I kept that in mind when I was serious about looking for a place to get my braces done, which was a few months after that. I did a Google search on them, I read reviews, and I had a look at other places. For me, it was more about location, just convenience for me, literally. And I think everyone charges approximately about the same price, but I wanted a place where they specialize in orthodontics and give you good results. And from the reviews that I read on Google, it was great reviews. So that's why I went ahead with choosing Smile Solutions in the city. They're located in a big building. They have a lot of staff, they have a lot of orthodontists, they have a lot of dentists, spaced over 2 levels. The appointments last for about 10 to 15 minutes, 30 minutes if you're putting brackets in, so it's fast in and out. And for me, because I live close to the city, it is easy for me to find parking and just go in there for like 10-15 minutes. So when it comes to my orthodontist, I was allocated my orthodontist. I didn't get to choose. He was just there with my first consultation, which was a free consultation, and I just felt comfortable from the get-go. So he knows what he's doing. Overall, I'm really happy with how it's going so far. He's great to talk to. So I'm assigned with Dr. Martin and he's fantastic. Now the next question that I get asked quite a lot is why I chose traditional metal braces instead of getting ceramic braces or Invisalign. Ceramic and Invisalign is more for cosmetic reasons. From what I was quoted, ceramic and Invisalign cost about $1,000 more more than traditional metal braces. I chose traditional metal because I'm like, it's gonna be a fun experience. I want to see what I look like with braces in. And because I went shopping one day, this was a week before I went in to get my consultation with the orthodontist. I went into a shoe store and the SA there had ceramic braces, and when I looked at their braces, it looked really gluggy. It looked like they had plaque. They have braces on, but you can still see it, especially if you're someone who doesn't clean the teeth very thoroughly, then it really stands out and it can look quite disgusting. So that's why I was like, oh no, I just prefer either traditional metal braces or Invisalign. But I didn't want the hassle of Invisalign, of taking trays in and out, in and out. I wanted the full experience. Depends on your teeth as well. Some teeth, Invisalign is better if you need little correction. But for me, I felt like to get the best results, I wanted to go traditional braces and, you know, enjoy the whole experience, see what all the fuss was about. So that's why I chose metal braces over ceramic or Invisalign, due to cost, the whole outcome, and the look. And the next question that I get asked a lot is why I got braces in my 30s instead of my 20s. And the reason for that is because of the extraction. Now, when I got my consultation with my orthodontist, Dr. Martin, he said to me, I have two options. One, I can keep the 5, because I had 5 bottom teeth because of overcrowding. He goes, you could file each tooth so that it can create space to straighten them all, so you can still keep your teeth, but it'll be filed on either side just to make the teeth smaller and just fit everything in. And I thought, that sounds painful. What would you suggest? And he goes, so option 1 is filing the teeth on either side. Option 2 is to extract the tooth and pull everything together. I asked him what he recommended, like out of the 2 options. And he goes, probably the best option would be to extract and then pull the teeth together. And that's what I did. And the reason why I put it off instead of doing it in my 20s compared to my 30s is because when you're in your 20s, a lot more self-conscious about the way you look. You care about what other people think about you. In my 30s, you don't care about whatever anyone thinks about you. You're just living your life. I wanted to do something for myself, so that's why I chose to get braces in my 30s. The extraction was the big factor because I knew that I had the extra tooth. I knew something had to be extracted, and so I put it off for as long as possible because I was just scared. Like, getting a healthy tooth extracted from the very front, it's scary. The next question that I get asked a lot is, can you kiss with braces on? And the answer is yes. You can French kiss, you can just kiss like normal. I'm not sure what it's like for braces and braces to kiss. I don't think they would lock and like you'd get stuck. I don't think that's the case. Kissing with braces on is just like normal. Like, the other person doesn't feel it at all, unless you're like jumping into like kiss each other straight away. Maybe you can like bump each other's lips. That can happen. Or if you bump the other person's teeth with your braces, that can happen if you go in too quickly. But if you're passing like normal or doing a French kiss, it doesn't get in the way at all. Now, the last question that I'm sure you guys will be asking me is, what are these things that I'm wearing in my teeth? Now, these are elastics, and the reason why I'm wearing elastics is because the elastics are pulling my teeth together. So I've got like a gap that's quite stubborn. It's about a 1 millimeter gap, but it's taking forever to close because I guess my gum is hardened, and because of my age, it's just that little bit. So we're nearly there, nearly about to take my braces off. This is the pack that I get. And they are tiny little elastics that I wear on the hooks, top and bottom of my teeth. So 4 top, 4 bottom, starting from my canines going backwards. So every day I would change my elastics. I'd wear them at night, especially at night. Some days I forget to wear them at night, and I've been wearing these for about 2 months now. These elastics are supposed to push my teeth together just so that I can get that stubborn little gap closed. So it pulls everything together. The first 2 weeks of wearing these elastics was painful. For the first 2 weeks, you will get a lot of tightness, tension, especially at night. Your teeth will be clenched together and your jaw will be so tight and tense that when you wake in the morning, your face will be all sore and swollen. You're like, oh my gosh. These snap though. Sometimes when I've forgotten to take them out when I'm eating, they do snap, but you don't swallow them because they'll be stuck within the hooks, and you just pull it out. And it's pretty easy to take on and off. The only con with these elastics is that I think the first 2 weeks I was constantly putting them on, because I change them about 4 to 6 times a day. Especially if I'm eating, I have to take them off, take them on, take them off, take them on when I'm eating snacks, dinner, breakfast, etc. The con with these elastics is that they dirty your mirror. So even if you brush your teeth or you're putting your elastics on, the spit flickers on the mirror. So I was constantly cleaning my mirrors until what I did was I latched the elastic on the top and bottom of the hook, and then I pull it back, and before I release and let go, cover your mouth, let go, and it's clean and then you just have to wash your hands and that's it. Since doing that, I haven't had to clean my mirror constantly. When you let something flick on your mirror and you don't clean it straight away, it gets stuck there, so it's harder to clean. And sometimes even when you clean and you don't have like proper Windex or proper mirror cloth, your mirror will still be dirty. So I struggled the first 2 weeks just constantly cleaning my mirrors in the house. Like I'd go to the bathroom, it'd flick it everywhere. Then I'd go to like my bedroom and it'd flick it. So these elastics look like this. They're small little elastics. So this is what they look like, just little elastics, and they stretch out quite a bit. And like you can still kiss with these elastics on, there's nothing wrong with it. I know this is a little bit TMI, but I'll give you a close-up of my teeth and the progress just to show you how my teeth look. Metal braces, the elastics, top and bottom. I'll show you how to take the elastics out. So when you eat, before you eat, my hands are clean by the way. Take it out like so. Like that. Sorry, I know it's a little bit TMI. But what I do is I hook it on the top and bottom of my canines because that's where the hooks are. There are no hooks on these front 4 teeth. So what I do is pull back and release. And there you go, and it's tight. And as you can see, I still have a little bit of a gap here. So toothbrushes. The con with getting braces in is toothbrushes. You're going to go through a lot of toothbrushes because this is what my toothbrushes look after about a week and a half to 2 weeks. Your bristles are going to curl and feel blunt when you brush your teeth straight away. So this is the brush I'm currently using. I've gone through a number of these because the brackets are so sharp, it's wearing your brush out. So the bristles are like curled like that and it feels odd and it feels like it's not cleaning your teeth properly, so you move on to the next brush. And sometimes you will get a toothbrush like this. So a brand new toothbrush, I've only used it once or twice, and then the bristles start pulling out and then the hairs get stuck in your brackets and it feels so disgusting, like oh my gosh, and then how do you get it out and you feel like you're going to choke on them. So that's another con of getting braces in, is the toothbrush issue, which I had no idea about. So I've bought like a whole bunch of toothbrushes. I think I'm just going to cut the ends off of the black purple one and still try to use it. This is an Oral-B. And the one that held up better is the Colgate. The next thing that I want to talk about is the color of your power chains. So what is a power chain? A power chain is an elastic that goes across your bracket and braces and wire. So it goes on top of that. And I'm wearing gray. You can choose your different colors, but I've never been able to choose my colors. They just give me the gray because it is most closest to the color of my metal braces. And the reason why they don't give you clear or white is because these power chains can stain. So I'll give you a close up of my power chains, which they changed quite recently. So because I'm towards the end of my braces journey, my braces are going to come off in April. I've got one power chain on top and then they've added 2 power chains on the bottom to really try and close the gap. Usually it's just 1 power chain on the bottom. So the power chain is that light gray elastic. So I'll give you a quick zoom in. You can definitely get different colored power chains. I've seen people have like blue, pink, red, yellow, orange, like all different colors, fluoro. With my gray ones, they do stain because I drink a lot of coffee, and if I eat a curry or something, it will stain them, so they will look a little bit more yellowy brown. But I try to eat my curries in that week before going to see my orthodontist to get my power chains changed. But try and eat foods that stain closer to your appointment so that it won't look so disgusting. How do I maintain the whiteness of my brace? Because I drink a lot of coffee, so with toothpaste, I usually use a Total Advanced Whitening. I used to use that all the time before braces and it made my teeth look white and fine. But a girlfriend introduced me to this and I find that this is better. It has actually made my teeth look a lot more whiter than before because whatever I was doing wasn't making them white until I used the Colgate Optic White toothpaste. You can find this one in all supermarkets. So that's what it looks like, enamel white. And I mean, they're pretty white, right? They're pretty white. So yeah, I recommend this toothpaste. It's better than the Advanced Total Whitening, also by Colgate. You know the Advanced, it's like that gold colored toothpaste. Get the Optic White. I recommend it because my teeth look a lot more whiter when I've started using the Optic White, because my girlfriend, she is a smoker and she got braces in, and her teeth, she goes, were like, they're really stained from her smoking and the braces, so it made it look even worse. She got like ceramic, so I think top ceramic, the bottom was metal, so you can do a half, especially if you talk and just your top lip shows. You can do like the ceramic and then the bottom metal, so you can do like the half option, which it depends on which country. In Australia will cost a little bit less if you get the metal on the bottom and the ceramic on the top. So instead of like paying $1,000 for the ceramic, it'll probably be like a $500 extra for the ceramic on top. When it comes to cleaning plaque and cleaning food out of my teeth, I use 3 things. I use a dental hook, like so. I'll link some down below in my description box, but this is great for getting rid of the plaque in between those gaps that are quite hard, so I scrape it with this. And then I use these pixters, which come in a pack like so, and this is great for flossing in between the teeth. You know, you bring this, put it in your purse very easily. It's like a little bristle, and you just do it in between the teeth. And then lastly is a pack of floss like this, super floss. I don't really like to use this because it tickles your lips, but these do come in handy. So it looks like this. It's got the harder plastic thing. I don't know if you can see that. So the plastic thing there, a bit of a fluffy bit, and then like the normal floss, and then a little bit of the harder stick. So you just insert it through the bottom here, like so, like the guts, and then you try and pull it through, and then because it pulls through, it tickles your lips. I'll have my braces in for another 2 months until the elastics can pull the bottom teeth together, just to get rid of that gap. And then after that I will get a little wire or something placed on the back of my bottom teeth at the bottom here. So they're gonna put something in there, so I may have a lisp afterwards, so it's an experience as well. And I'm gonna be given a retainer, so I'll have to wear a retainer for quite a while, and they supply, that's part of the cost. I'm not sure if filing is included in my treatment. That's one thing that I didn't even ask or forgot to ask, because sometimes when your teeth are so crooked and when they become straight again, your teeth aren't going to be straight across. See how it slopes like that? I want it to be like that, so they may have to file that these 2 front bottom teeth just to make it straight. So I did ask my orthodontist, and he said there's a possibility that I'll have to file them, but he'll talk to me after I get my braces off. And then with my treatment, teeth whitening and cleaning is included after my braces and brackets come off. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. I'm really happy. My afterthoughts, I don't regret getting braces in at all. Worth the money, worth the cost. I think I can't remember. I think I paid about $7,080, and that is the price that I paid with the 5% discount because I paid upfront for everything, which is much better because you save me a few $100s, which I'm really happy with. Definitely worth the money. It's definitely a fun experience, especially if you're someone who wants to look younger than what you are. Doesn't matter what age you are. I've heard some people getting braces in their 60s, so it's never too late. I think it's definitely a fun experience, and I highly recommend it. And I highly recommend Smile Solutions. Very professional, very quick, go in and out. I would love to know your experience on braces. How old were you when you got your braces? I've heard, like, you know, a lot of people who have had braces in their teens, now being an adult in their late 20s or late 30s, getting braces in again because their teeth has moved because they haven't been constantly wearing their retainer. So it's like paying for another round of braces from scratch. Yeah, I want to know your experience. How old you are, where you get yours done, how much it costs, your overall experience. Are you happy? The pros and cons as well. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any comments or questions, please let me know in the comment section down below. Please stay tuned until next time. I will see you in my next video. Bye.